Yes, sir. When them fajitas come out sizzling. When you remember that you're sitting on the second floor of Lone Star Texas Grill, so you can't order fajitas because it's a health and safety violation to get the server to walk up the stairs with the sizzling cast iron fajita plate. This is such a fucked up job, man, being inundated. I'm not even playing Isaac. We got someone in chat saying, please turn on item descriptions. We may never play the game again. This is not a good use of your time on this planet. Did you know that we lost a run on our last, at the end of yesterday's stream? By the way, I have horrible news for you if you've been banned recently. I on my old PC, I had a bookmark, which was like moderator settings. So I would just click on that button maybe once a month and I would go through the unban requests. On Mr. New PC, I've never been to the moderator tab and I don't know how to get there. So you might have thought there was clemency coming, but I don't know how to get back. They closed the door. It's like in The Matrix 2 where the keymaker, he goes through the door and then the agents open it and it goes someplace else. Yeah, I think you might be cooked forever. There's a button somewhere. It's not shield mode. Is it, oh, there you go. Review on... We're 74 on ban requests. We're 74 on ban requests. We're 74 on ban requests. We're 74. Okay, let's knock that off. Let me see. 74 on ban requests? He hates Quebec. On ban request, mods will not divide us. Deny. Mods will divide us. Magresta, what do you think about this one? So I know you banned every username is taken. They've been around for 11 years. They've been around for 12 years, actually. You banned them because they added you and said spits in your mouth cutely, which is it's a weird message. The message is weird for sure. They thought they were doing something with that and you had to check them. I understand that. Then the unban request says, fifth rule of fart club, one fart at a time, fellas. I almost feel like I would have unbanned if they said, yeah, I deserve that. But the indignant message into indignant unban message, I feel like has to be met with a deny. It's dangerous. If you unban them, I'll just ban them again. Well, there you go. Could we compromise? What about an unban, but we put in a 2-week timeout? No compromise? Honestly, this is why you should be happy. If you're a chatter, you should be happy that the streamer is involved in some of the discipline decisions. Because if you see the mod channel of the Discord, like there's a dude who joined the Discord yesterday. I think he told a joke and his message got screenshot and posted in the moderator channel. And they were like, new guy thinks he can be funny in the off-topic chat, huh? So you might think that I'm out here like mods get them, but actually I'm mostly letting the mods do what they feel is right, but I'm also occasionally laying down my life to put a bubble shield on a chatter who maybe just misread the room a little bit. But this one, I don't know. I would have liked to see a little bit of something in the unban request. So I'm going to leave them hanging in purgatory for now. No clue why I was banned. They have no messages. I'll unban that one. Who knows? They might have said something horrible in 2013, but it's been a while. Origin banned this person for saying they're 6. I'm gonna unban them. I'm gonna unban them. They shouldn't have said that though. Origin banned them to protect them from getting an IP ban site-wide. So don't do that again. Origin saved your life. Say something funny. Has been banned by northernlion. You're picking the absolute worst items, dude. Have you even played this game before? Lamau. I apologize for being obnoxious. I think I was in a call with a friend egging me on. I can abstain from this behavior in the future. Thank you. Deny. That's loser behavior. You're in a Discord call with somebody you've never met egging you on. It's one of the most loser things I've ever heard in my life. That's crazy, bro. How about this one? When will you stop pretending to enjoy the game, NL? At mod. You think that because you're a Twitch mod, I'll take you seriously? Get a job. Banned. I apologize for being rude. I don't think they're actually sorry. That one's going to be a deny. Well, here's a message. God, person I stream with, is annoying. Just yes and him, Jesus. Origin Angel banned them. I haven't been on Twitch for like a week or so, so I don't remember the context. How I feel that this ban was a bit extreme. Next time I won't say anything. You got that right. Deny. Oh God, this is painful. Banned. I apologize for my backseating and complaining. It won't happen again. You know what? Welcome back. Yeah, it's vibe-based. There's a weak apology? Well, no, it was an honest apology. They don't need to, like, you know, put themselves in a position where they're like, you know, because sometimes they're just laying on a little too thick. You know, when someone does something wrong and you ask them to apologize and then they go off on like an essay-length apology and you're like, this shit is basically just like organic Chat GPT. The fact that they said sorry, I think that's enough. I'll tell you one thing, and I think this should actually be like codified in the Twitch rules. If you're rude to the streamer and you apologize in the unban request, there's a chance that you get unbanned. If you're rude to someone the streamer is in the call with, I think you're cooked. It's not, because if you insult a friend of mine, it's not for me to say you're forgiven, and I'm not going to bug them and be like, hey, do you remember this person who said this nasty thing about you? What do you think we should do with them? That's like hurting them twice because of some stranger's behavior. I think you just got to hit deny on that one, man. My advice, if you want to be rude to someone that I'm in a call with, just go to their chat and be rude to them there so that they'll ban you. And then it's like a separation of concerns. Because if you do it here, you got no chance to get unbanned. If you do it there, you might have a chance to get unbanned. What if they ban me here? I do that sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I'll be in Dan's chat. I'll just be like minding my own business and someone will just be bugging me. Like every time I type lull or kek W, they'll be like, hey, are you going to play this today? And I just... Or they'll hit me. I wouldn't ban them here for that, but if they're like hitting me with an inside joke from like 2014 that's completely irrelevant to what we're talking about, there's a chance I might come over to my chat and permanently ban you, and then laugh when I see the unban request that says, what the hell did I get banned for? And then unban you, but keep laughing about it. Yeah, don't gank me, bro. I'm here trying to gank Dan, not get ganked. I'm trying to lurk in chat until he says Ming Lee, and then go, here we go with the Ming Lee stuff again. Would you say, librarian? Too many people talking. God, I hate being added in other people's chats about a supercut. I hear you, man. Sometimes you'll just be out there, someone will say something funny in a stream, and you'll type lull, and then people will be like, you should invite this guy to Jackbox. And I'm like, okay, now I got to close the tab because you made it weird. Sane Psychopath, I was talking about you. I was talking about you as well. I'm not going to play Curse of the Golden Idol, man. I saw it. I got eyes. I'm not going to play Curse of the Golden Idol. You got me confused with Lemmy. This looks a little bit like the Blues Brothers, but the Blues Brothers car is not like this. But this looks like the Blues Brothers. It still looks like the Blues Brothers. It actually kind of looks like Starsky and Hutch, and it looks like Joker. I don't know what this is. Is this the French Connection too? I've seen the French Connection. It's not the French Connection. It's from the early 90s. It's very like, you can't convince me. And I see you in chat saying Dumb and Dumber. That looks a lot like Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber from the back. And the fact that they haven't showed him off yet, it's not Dumb and Dumber. I would know it by now. I've seen it 1,000 times. But that looks a lot like Jeff Daniels as Harry from Dumb and Dumber. That's a big-ass toy, I guess. I thought it was like a box of cereal. It's a Christmas movie. He wants you for a best friend, the late great Hannibal Lecter. He wants you for dinner. Remember that? I still don't know what this is. It's Chucky! Of course it's Chucky! Go Chucky, do your dance. The Chuckler! Curse of Chucky. You're not a real Chucky heads, bro. The first movie's called Child's Play. Chappie? Okay. Chappie is, I have to imagine that people knew it was Chucky, but then they wrote Chappie just to be funny, or Guys and Dolls, which is also freaking funny. I think if you said Guys and Dolls or Chappie, that's like getting 1.5 points. Like you get extra credit. Denzel Washington or Where Am I? What has more searches? Denzel Washington or Where Am I? Where Am I is like kind of an insane search, but actually, I don't know, it's gotta be Denzel, man. That doesn't make sense to me. Because in my head, I was like, I bet if you Google, where am I? It will be like, it will show you your location. But how did you get there if you don't know where you are? Like, you would have to like wake up. It gives you your IP address. Bro, you just Google, what's my IP? That's a little pro tip. You don't have to Google, where am I? Make yourself look like a fool or something like that. Mediterranean tapas platter. The Olive Packing Company tapas platters, 3.5. So it's just olives. I mean, listen, I like it, but we're talking olives, 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 and olives. It's just, and some artichokes and maybe some cheese. But other than that, it's all olives, man. 3.5 pounds. I think this could be $10.99. Whoa! $16.99, $16.49. You know what? That's the we're having a house party tax. You waited till the last day to get the hors d'oeuvres for the house party. You're gonna pay $16.49 for the Mediterranean tapas platter. That's your punishment. I understand that. Would have been crazy the day the cheese came into the olive packing plant. You're absolutely right. You know that they were like, guys, it's here. It's here. That's the slatted metal garage door. What about Kiribati? One of these days it's going to be right. It's going to be horrible because people are going to be like, I knew he pre-played these. How about what's going on over here? Angola's somewhere in Southwestern Africa. Oh, okay. Lesotho. I mean, Botswana. I mean, South Africa. Oh, Zimbabwe. Mozambique's on the east, right? Okay. So you're Lesotho. You might be Botswana. Is Botswana big enough? Botswana is also adjacent to the answer. Ah, shit. What's going on down here, guys? I need some help. I don't know what this is. What is this country? Is it Namibia? It's Namibia every time. God damn it. Kind of a sick country for borders, man. Definitely looks like a holster too. It looks like this is like a leg. Like Southwestern Africa is somebody's leg and Namibia is the holster. Now that I've said that, I can feel it getting deeper into my brain. Southwestern Africa is a leg, the holster is Namibia. And I keep the MFing thing on me. Yeah. I can see that. One Coke Zero and that's gone, then it's going to stay. You don't have anything to worry about. Oh! It's Greenland, bro. I didn't know Greenland looks like it's got like a lion mouth sticking out here. And then some cool hair. Drama, romance, comedy, Kimberly Elise. Time heals the heart, faith heals the rest. Rip, y'all, I'm not going to know this one. Charles, an attorney, and Helen, his devoted wife, seem to have everything: money, a beautiful mansion, the American dream. However, as Helen prepares to celebrate their 18th wedding anniversary, her life takes an unexpected twist when... Okay, wait. Tyler Perry. This is Diary of a Mad Black Woman. It's the first Madea movie. Yes. The first Madea movie. And you know what's crazy is the title isn't even about... It's not talking about Madea, even though she fits the description with both definitions of the word mad. 3 if you're from the UK, because she's pretty funny too. And it's a pretty entertaining movie. Put some respect on Madea. I've seen more Madea movies than at least 80% of Chad. I've seen 3 or 4 Madea movies. I've seen Zero. God, why? I don't know what to tell you. They're funny. You think there's enough characters to make a Madea verse? Well, I feel like a Madea verse implies that there's multiple Medea's, but it's kind of hard because most of the movies are just Medea, and then she has like one friend who shows up a lot and her friend's husband, and that's about it. So I'm going to have to go no. I'm going to have to say no on that one. But I would play a Medea gacha for sure. God, a Medea gacha game would go crazy. Maybe even better than the Chinese Tom and Jerry gacha that I actually wish got a global version because apparently the gameplay is like 2D Dead by Daylight. And you can get the Right of Divine Providence, Mandate of Heaven, Jerry skin. Ah, that would be sick, man. Sony Pictures opens to 8 million, starring Tommy Lee Jones, 05. Man of the House. You're goddamn right. Try putting on your happy face. This is my happy face. That's my Tommy Lee Jones impression. That's not a very good one. It's crazy this came out like 2 years before No Country for Old Men. You're not wrong. Tommy Lee Jones has been 80 for 40 years. I mean, obviously you're wrong mathematically, but he was in a movie about being like, he was in a movie called Space Cowboys about old dudes going to space. And in the movie, he dies on the moon. Space Cowboys came out 25 years ago. Can you imagine being, I mean, it's what I would want for all of us, but bro was cast as a man who died of old, well, he didn't really die of old age. They had to leave somebody on the moon, I think, to give a push start to the module to get it back to the ship or something. But he's been old for a bit, is all I'm trying to say. He was the eponymous old man in No Country for Old Men 19 years ago. That's why, that's what I'm saying. You can be old for like you can be old for more than half of your life, which is crazy. And I don't think you have to be 120 years old to be old for half of your life. I think if you just look older than you are, you could be old at 44. And then if you made it to like 85, you would have been old for more than half of your life, which is crazy. Ratatouille to Wonka. I don't know the whole cast of Ratatouille. I know that Patton Oswalt is in it. Patton, young adults. It's got Patrick Wilson in it too. I always forget about that. Give me Charlize. Charlize to, they're not going to put between, maybe she wasn't in Between Two Ferns, the movie. Where was I going to go with Charlize on this one? I completely forgot, bro. Yeah, I don't think this is a productive line. Okay, how are we going to get to Francis? Francis? I feel like I got an idea. Hancock gets you to Jason Bateman, which gets you to Extract, which is a Mike Judge film, which means it might have Stephen Root. Oh, the rootless judge. Okay. McDormand, Francis McDormand, of course. I mean, there's an easy Matt Damon connection, which can get you to Brad, which can get you to Burn After Reading. Can we do any better than that? Surely David Koechner from the aptly named David Koechner, because he is quite funny in Anchorman, as Champ Kind, the sportscaster we all know and love. What did they... His hair hasn't always been like that. David Koechner. Anchorman. Anchorman gets you to the cameo scene from Anchorman. Gene Simmons, of course, is in this. Hal Sparks from VH1's I Love the 90s. Gary Cole from Outer Space! Which has Stephen Root, who's in The Tragedy of Macbeth, with Francis McDormand, who's in Nomadland, with the Swankler. Swankly, you come out of frankly, Mrs. Swanky, this Pooh session I've held, it stains my drain and it corrodes my bowl. David Strathairn. David Strathairn, don't think too hard about it, just choose something randomly that doesn't seem like it's entirely British. Like how about the Bourne Ultimatum? That seems pretty good. To Wonka. Wonka has Hugh Grant. I should have gone British. I should have gone British, man. It is Hugh Grant. What was I thinking? Give me this guy. Take me to the death of Stalin. Okay, Patty, how many movies you gonna be in with this fuck-ass AI-generated yellow bold text impact font poster, man? This is... Come on, man. Mark Wahlberg, Hugh Grant is in He's in Cloud Atlas. He's in Cloud Atlas. Of course. Wait, there's something here. Chris O'Donnell, The Bachelor, 1999. Hugh Grant is involved in this somewhere. You would go like Marley Shelton, Sugar and Spice, 2001. Probably I would, because we're trying to get to Hugh Grant or Timothy Chalamet. I'd probably hit you with something like Mina Suvari, American Beauty. There's been in a lot of American movies. That takes you to Chris Cooper, who of course is in Adaptation, with Nicolas Cage, who's in Adaptation But Bad, Dream Scenario, with Tim Meadows, who's in The Ladies' Man, 2000, with Lee Evans from There's Something About Mary, and now you can't tell me there's no Ben Timmy crossover. There's got to be a Ben Timmy crossover, man. I refuse to believe this guy, Willie Garçon. What a funny name if you're French. See, are you Brad from Brad's Status? No, man, that's Austin Abrams, of course. That's Austin Abrams. I don't know if I can get there, y'all. How about Mike White, the D Train? We got any Jack Black, Timmy crossovers? No, man, it didn't have to be like this. Take me to Jack Black. Jack Black and Timmy. Jack Black and Timmy C in the Borderlands movie. Bobby Lee, of course, is in this. How are we looking on time? Well, it's probably a couple minutes. We don't need to know. I'd say Kevin Hart, the 40-year-old virgin. Wait, take me back. Where did we have Renee Zellweger? Renee Zellweger was back in, she's back there, man. She's back in The Bachelor. She's back in The Bachelor. How do I get back to The Bachelor? Oh, that's a long trip, man. I don't think I'm cut out for that. I might just start over. I might just have to start over. I'm just clicking on stuff. You can leave if you want to leave. I'm just clicking on stuff. This guy, the Fischler. Jeffrey Wright, of course. Jeffrey Wright, people. He's also in Asteroid City with Timothy Chalamet. With Ed Norton, who's in A Complete Unknown. As Pete Seeger with Timothy Chalamet, who's in Wonka. Time. Okay, don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. 8 minutes. Patton Oswalt, Freaks of Nature. Keegan-Michael Key. Nobody saw it. We get there. Most people would have given up. The important thing on that one is that we didn't give up. That's all you need to know.
Flagon. A noun meaning a large, usually metal or pottery vessel.
This is the shit they be drinking from in How to Train Your Dragon.
Hieroglyphics. A noun meaning hieroglyph. Corrosive. A adjective meaning
We're on one today.
Pyrotechnics. A plural noun meaning the art of making or the
Okay. How to drain your flagon is actually fucking sick. That's fucking cool. If they ever do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 of How to Train Your Dragon, you should send that joke in. More like How to Drain Your Flagon. That would be huge when they were all, I'm assuming there's a scene where they mash their like drinking vessels together, their goblets together, and then go like glug, 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 glug. And then one of them grabs their belly and goes, brrr, and then it blows somebody's hair back. Like the burp is so big, it blows their hair back. It's one word away from being an awful thing to have said. Yeah, so is everything if the word is bad enough. Pretty much any innocuous sentence is one word away from being something you're not allowed to say.
Adiabatic.
Oh, shit.
An adjective meaning occurring without loss or gain.
Fuck.
Potentialities. A noun meaning the ability to develop or...
Huge. Potentiality is a good word.
Albion. A noun meaning Great Britain. Herbalist. A noun meaning a person...
It's like this is just the Darkest Dungeon theme today. A Darkest Dungeon theme pack.
Pseudonymous. An adjective meaning bearing or using a fictitious name.
I love pseudonymous. And a lot of you out there are using anonymous when it's actually pseudonymous. Okay? If someone has a username, and they're posting under that username, they're not posting anonymously, they're posting pseudonymously. Okay? If the pseudonym was anonymous, then they would be posting anonymously. Otherwise, it's pseudonymously. Who thinks that's not anonymous? Bro, if Zero Hedge posts something, they're not posting anonymously. They're posting pseudonymously as Zero Hedge. And thus, I'm scrolling down because I don't want them to get in my head and think that for the last 10 years, the Western civilization is one day away from collapse. For the most part, we're just chilling, man. One day, sure. But a broken watch is right twice a day. I don't want to wear a broken watch. Let's see what you're rocking today. Sorry to say, I forgot to put on my watch this morning. A graduate of Promenade Hall Collars College, and indeed a pro collar for 45 years now, Tony Oxendine is a GOAT level in what social pastime? Auctions? I don't know if they're really a social pastime. That makes sense. The French-English folk dance mashup called the quadrille is a precursor of what American thing? Line dancing? If a guy just told square dance? Square dancing. Is a line dance just a quarter of a square dance? I'm not even trying to make like a glib mathematical joke, but honestly, can I say something? As someone who doesn't like dancing, I think that red states are missing a huge opportunity to attract neurotypical people like myself by advertising the rules-based nature of line dancing and square dancing. I feel like they'd be able to capture a lot of minds and hearts if they explained to people like me that you don't have to think about how to dance. It's just you do what the caller says, and there's like little steps that you do, and the steps are more like an animation. It's not like you have to find your flow and like hit the rhythm. You're just going tap, tap. I'm touching my ankle. I'm touching my other ankle. I'm grabbing my hat and turning to the side and turning, and then I'm spinning around one time and then I'm spinning around the other way. It could work, man. It could work. There's a huge gay square dancing scene in the Bay Area. That's surprising, said nobody ever. Also, did you know Toronto is 1/5 as dense as New York City or whatever? What were we talking about yesterday? Fried chickpeas. I bet it's delicious. Green chilies, coriander leaves. Definitely seems like it could be Southeast Asia. But it doesn't really seem like... I don't know, man. I want to say Myanmar. I'll tell you why. Chickpeas, I associate, if we're talking about Asia, I associate chickpeas more with like South Asia. And then this stuff, green chilies, coriander leaves, you can get it all over, I'm sure, but I associate that more with Southeast Asia, like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. So I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to take my... Oh! You just add one country to another country, divide by 2, and pick the country that shows up as the result, bro. That's it. Of course I would yum it. I love chickpeas. Pork ears, pork face. I feel... Calamansi! From the nation of the Philippines. I probably would pass on that one. Just up. Now I've had the sweetbreads and I've had the brain before, and if the chef's bringing it out, that's one thing. I'm not going to order it though. Rye whiskey, Fernet Branca, simple syrup, Angostura bitters, classic cocktail featuring rye. I mean, when I think of rye, I think of Canada, man. It's called a Toronto. I would in aggregate, I would yum it. That's a perfect score, bro. I mean, I eat every day, so it's not really fair, but CZ almost ruined you? Yeah, but CZN saved me. Hello. You need to prank me without my headphones? Okay. Ah!
I made you do that,
You did make me scream into the microphone. For those of you who can't see what's happening, she has a head massager. Okay, here. Get me with the head massager. This will be a good clip.
Oh.
Ah! Okay, too fast. I saw the face of God for a second there. That's pretty fun. It's a great prank because I forgot we even had it. And it really works the best when you sneak up behind somebody and get them with it. It's probably what it feels like they think they're dying. 2024 albums? This is Brat, bro. Kamala Harris 2024 presidential campaign. Yeah, Kamala's brat. Unironically, Kamala's brat. Also, the coconut tree line is fire. If you've been laughing at the coconut tree line because you think that it's stupid, it's actually one of the craziest lines that anybody has ever come up with on the top of their head. And the way that she said it made it even crazier. Like, she actually hit like an ult with a 1% RNG to double the damage from the ult, and she got it. Damn, that's wild, man. I think it's like a 264 degree angle. It's a 257 degree angle. Wow! Yes! I'm gonna be so good at angles after like 2 years of playing this game, man. Coincidence? 365 days in a year, 360 degrees of angles in a circle. Coincidence? You think you fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all that came before you. God, she ults so good, man. Like, maybe I like it because it sounds like something I could have said on stream. Oh, you piece of crap. I got some confidence in this one. Oh. Absolutely beautiful. This has been some very artful golf and kind of hard golf lately. Like, you gotta, they have been sending their best. Oh, that's way too hard. I wanted it to kind of top tick off of the roof there. No! Okay, we're okay. Yeah, then the classic undershoot into the drink. The classic overshoots. The classic bumper shoot. Hear Macklemore's playing this year. I don't actually hear that. It's just my guess because the festival takes place in Seattle. That looks good to me. Oh my God. Now we're talking. Top 71. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. This is such a bad game to be playing when I have to go pee too. Wanted at large. At large! Because the ad is large. I saw that the A and the T were capitalized. I saw that this was 2 letters. I thought it would be at. Then I said wanted. Wanted's like at large, but also at is large. I get it now. 2.6 billion? Hello by Adele. It sounds very familiar. I know this. It's Hotel California. Give me the real thing. Oh, it's I'm waiting at the doctor's office and John Legend is playing. John Legend on the keys right now. All right, I'll be right back. Can't wait for some more Isaac banter? Well, I've got news for you. You're going to have to, because we are not playing Isaac right now. The docket lied again. The docket does not exist. I should, Origin, say the word. Say the word, I will delete exclamation point docket from Nightbot. We're at the point where it's causing us more problems than it's giving us value. Just update it? No, because I don't even know the docket until I pivot, man. I'm freestyle. It's like a John Coltrane solo, bro. Sometimes I'm like, I'd rather play this. Well, let's do that then. And I don't want to have people that are like, well, it says Ball X Pit on the docket. It says Ball X Pit on the docket, though. You work for the docket. Get it twisted. The docket works for me, bro. You can't get rid of it. It's the most used command. It's literally, okay, you know what? You're basically saying, oh, cigarettes are the most smoked thing. We can't get rid of them. Guess what? We made them illegal. Wake up, honey, a new mech combat game that also features cozy town and farm building elements has just dropped. Thank you to Anna Perna for the sponsorship and a chance to check out Bounty Star, which came out today. And let me make sure I got everything under control here. The one from Game Pass. Thank you, audience plant. Yes. The important thing, you need to type !Bounty Star if you want more information. Click the link, scroll down below the video player, click on the image of Bounty Star, and it will take you to a link to check out the game for yourself. Or if you're on YouTube, in the video description below, you will find a link that will do the same thing. It's out now. PlayStation 5, Steam, Xbox, both of the series of Xbox, Epic Games Store, 10% launch discount, and it's available on Xbox Game Pass if you have Xbox Game Pass. It's an interesting concept. A mech combat game that also, it's like mech games are not cozy. Mech games are like, because I played Hawken at 17 PAXs in a row. Mech games make you feel like you're in Pacific Rim and the cockpit is exploding around you. And then cozy farming games, it's a melange you wouldn't normally think would work, but let's give it a try, man. Hawken was goated. Not to open the sponsored stream by talking about a different mech game, but I played Hawken at 17 PAXs in a row. Then it came out in like early access on PC. I played it once and was like, that was pretty good. And the next news I heard about it was that it shut down.
Actually, I got some unusual particulates in the air to the south of Short Spire. Leftover pressure from last night's duster?
No comment.
I'm seeing it too. Got some thermal noise, but...
James Gunn's brother.
Alpha, this is Trimony. Return immediately.
Where's the weird green bottle? You mean this one?
What's up, Jake?
Or are you talking about this one?
Unknown vehicles. No IDs.
That's right. I got the Maison Perrier and I got the San Pellegrino ready to go. The Maison Perrier, unfortunately, is empty, which is a debuff because it's better, so I drank it faster. But the San Pelli's still rocking. We got about half of the San Pelli left.
Squad, break and approach. Defend location from the inside. Go!
I want it. I want the chainsaw. There is something about mech combat. Because it seems like the less practical a weapon is for a mech, the cooler it is that they use it. So I feel like if they had this kind of like mobile armor, they would obviously equip it with like long range artillery. So when they give it like a hammer or a cinder block on the end of a street light pole or something like that, that's how you know that there's some aura going on. I got my squad on mute. I got lo-fi hip-hop beats to chill to, playing in the background while I solo farm the jungle. Please, please, Anti-Mage, we need help. There's a team fight going on at our tier 2 tower. Please. Nice try, buddy. I'm literally 35 seconds away from Hand of Midas. Perform melee attacks with square. Boom, you looking for this? Coin me. Mission accomplished. Break the objects in the way with melee attacks to proceed. I've made it. Well, I will say, I think it's possible that I was supposed to break these, but instead, I simply walked around them. I'm not sure, did I accidentally sequence break the tutorial? It wouldn't be the first time. I'm a different type of beast that way. Let me out, y'all. I'm saying it's possible. You're the ad guy? I'm not the ad guy! I literally was too good, so the game got confused. You're literally the ad guy? Okay, I guess if you want to get literal, I guess I'm literally the ad guy because I'm doing sponsored content right now. You're right, there's only so many bits.
One of you snuck on through the
Yeah. I put the enemies there that were designed to be killed. I put them in the ground.
Who the hell are you and what do you want? The name is Samuel Standage, my dear. It appears you are Captain Clementine McKinney.
Oh no, he Googled me.
Pleasure. I've come here to make a proposition to your formidable and resourced
I don't think his mech has more aura just because he's got a Desert Eagle. I have a chainsaw sword.
Feeding us with your forces? Is that how you do business? Not ideally. I try to
Oh,
be
they both know that strafing is undefeated.
considering. Now, I'm doing it the not so amicable way. The only thing
It looks like Dark Souls PvP.
lovely coalition to make some goods and feed my men. You'll get good jobs, good money, and much better security than your endearing yet ill-equipped little militia. Sadly, it looks like we are past that. Now you've got a stubborn little settlement here, and I don't actually want to hurt anyone. So be a sweet thing, and go fetch your incumbent ringleader.
I'm a little bit light on gas right now. Can we just stand still and look at each other?
You're full of shit, Standage.
We're burning like tens of thousands of dollars of diesel right now.
Beg your pardon, miss. You have no intention of doing anything peacefully. You live in 3 inches of blood and bullshit, and I can smell it through your hatch. Remove yourselves, or I will do it for you. Looks like I underestimated you, ma'am. I yield.
They're not used to people reading the tutorial.
Don't you dare let that bastard live. You're right. He's full of shit, and there's no way he's yielding.
He's gonna hit the self-destruct
I
button.
can't tell you what to do, but he needs to face justice. His scheme might have backfired, but this is still a huge violation of the regional code. I say apprehend him. We're not killers or lawmen. We are protectors, and he is defeated.
He's gonna die in the mech though.
Immediately, and leave this region.
I think he's gonna. Please, I'm very badly burned.
If any of us
The
ever see
wound is
red,
beginning to smell
gun down.
a little like almonds.
You are as intelligent as
Oh,
you are.
he pooped himself. Oh, that's so sad.
Shut the hell up. Just leave. I'm worried about him.
You know, it would be the one time I have to get somewhere quick at night. All of a sudden, both lanes are being blocked by the mechs.
Then he will have
Man, come on, guys! I'm trying. I got someplace to go. You guys should all be in the right lane.
One last thing, ma'am. While you are a very talented soldier, you are not a particularly good protector.
Well, that seems bad. We should have noticed those. Let me do. I manually. I can shoot them all out of the air. Just give me a chance. My crops.
You are lost and gone forever. Dreadful sorry. Clementine.
I probably would have run the other way. That's a good point. Well, I think she was trying to save some people, but yeah, I mean, you find out what you're made of in a situation like that. What would I have done if my opponent had an army of mechs that shot a bunch of heat-seeking missiles at the town I was supposed to protect? I don't know, man. I can't tell you. I would just be a guess until I find myself in that situation. I don't think whether you can know the metal of a man, even a man made of metal, until you're actually in the situation yourself. The architect and the builder arrive calmly from the credits with a sense of purpose. Relax, I'll handle it. Jon Oppenheimer, it's... Chad, not everybody named Oppenheimer is related to the Oppenheimer, okay? That's a different Oppenheimer. I hope, well, actually, maybe it would be okay if Jon Oppenheimer was the Oppenheimer from the movie. I'd rather he was making video games instead of nuclear bombs, man. I'm too claustrophobic to be in a mech. Oh, turn the AC on or crack a window or something. You'll be fine. She loves it. I accidentally moved my dash to L1, y'all. Combat actions affect your Raptor's heat. It will regulate itself, but pace your actions to avoid a restart. You have a burst repairer when used. It provides heavy armor restoration, light thermal regulation, but has limited charges per combat. Okay. First off, shoot, man! I've accidentally healed because my dash is on a different button now. Okay, note to self. Don't try to melee the aerial enemies. Okay, that did not go super well for me. Shoot! Okay, you'll never get this. Temperature's just chilling. It's kind of hard to take no damage when they have a gun, bro. They have a gun that can shoot me like a little SMG. I get it now. It's like you can store up the burst. I used my heal again because it used to be my dash button. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Okay, we're gonna do this. You guys are in for a world of hurt. Enemies with a symbol over their info bar. I mashed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow! Nice try, kid. Actually, you got me pretty good with that one. I don't have any heals left either. Non-zero chance we lose on the tutorial mission. Are we doing 33 hit points? Logged. Brother, what's wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with me? I'm doing pretty well. Problem is you just gotta take out one. Once you take out one, you're good. Mogged. Okay, can I do it again? Staying in the field allows you to find remaining field loot. I don't think that's a bad idea. Actually, I think it's a horrible idea. I think we should escape. You're the ad guy? You're the ad guy of jokes, because that's like the 20th time that's been written in the last 3 seconds. That makes you the ad guy of jokes, which is way worse than being the ad guy of games, okay? Just so you know. Is the robot screaming? It's literally, it's tech that makes people with sensitive hearts more likely to show the robot clemency, and then because it has no emotions or compunctions about karma, it would just, once you put down your weapon, it would simply fire upon you. It would be weapons hot for sure.
You're not allowed to make coffee anymore. This tastes like you brewed it in a trash bag.
Hey, I know my coffee is unterrific, but I am a high-ranking officer of the law. I have deputies that make my coffee for me.
It would actually be so sick if he just fell backwards on his chair right now. That would be so true to life.
I am not at the appropriate consciousness level for conversations with bureaucrats.
No shit. That garden could really be something. If you're wanting to push your coin, you could get some corn and some beans going at the very least.
I was thinking the same thing. As much as I'd love to just order all my food and spend that cooking time on my Raptor.
Apollo, if he was really into the Jurassic Park game on Sega Genesis. Apollo, if he was really into the Jurassic Park game on Sega Genesis. Can I say, it is funny for her to look down on DoorDash and then order every single one of the raw ingredients via delivery and then make her own meal. That's kind of, it's a little bit, I was ready for her to do some home cooking, but I'd like to select the griddle. I'd like to select it. Bring batteries and assign them to unpowered devices. Upgrade the battery station for more battery slots. You will not catch me building my own batteries IRL, but this is video games. It's a power fantasy, so it's okay. Are there any? I'm surprised I've never seen that at the farmer's market. I've never seen any handcrafted small batch AA batteries. It's mostly pierogies and meat, fruits and vegetables, cheeses and stuff like that. Maybe some ceramics, crochets, handcrafted necklaces and stuff like that. What if they had some handcrafted small batch AA batteries, man? I don't know enough to know why they can't make it. It actually seems kind of sick. If I walked into a farmer's market and I saw a handcrafted battery stand, I'd be buying a pack for sure. It would probably be like $100, but the ions are fair trade ions or something like that. Could be a cool idea. Anyone want to go halvesies? Any engineers out there want to go halvesies on a small batch AA battery artisan farmer's market stall? Yeah, I guess if the stitches pop, it's over for us. If the acid starts leaking out the batteries, we're in trouble. But surely before factories were making batteries, there was like battery makers, right? This is like me. Nature abhors a vacuum. Sometimes I'll be writing stuff in my daily planner, even if I like didn't do anything. I have like a notes section. I'll just put notes in there that are like not even that relevant to stuff that is like important to my daily life. Just write, I'll already write like an appointment on my calendar so that I know when it is, but then I'll also write in the notes section, like wrote my appointment on the calendar. I put my dentist appointment on the calendar today. Writing down, clip my nails as if I'm gonna forget. One thing I like to do is if it doesn't look like I did a lot that day, but maybe I shaved or something, I'll just write shave under the tasks section and then cross it off. Just so that me in the future will be like, wow, he got a lot done today. It looked like he didn't do anything, but actually, look at that. He's got tasks that he took care of. Bye. Nice try, kid. Actually, I'm gonna take this way. Watch this. You gotta give me a second to figure out how to get back up there. I was hoping there'd be like a accessible ramp at the back. Help me. All right, my bad, y'all. Restart mission. I didn't want to have to face the aura loss of walking all the way back. It's a beautiful opportunity for us to heal. Hello, honey. Wow, you're looking so cute today. Cheep, cheep. Are you a bird? Oh, you're a penguin today. I see. Crazy thing about having like a 5-year-old kid is that to them the Rizzler is like really old, which is just an interesting sort of dilemma. What's dilemma? Dilemma is like a problem, but it's not really. It's more like a question.
I'm a robot.
I'm a mech. A mech is like a robot, but there's a human pilot. I'm like a mech police officer. Look at that, I dodged the rocket. And this guy is a bad guy. No, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna take him in for questioning. We're definitely not gonna kill him. Because if we kill him, we don't get as much of a reward. What do you think you would be in a heist? You're asking what class I would play in a heist? I'm the bus driver, I think. I think I'm the bus driver. The guy who nothing bad could possibly happen to. Hostage? I don't think the hostage is really what they meant when they said, what role would you play in a heist? I think it's funny, but I also think that they probably meant, are you the European guy who's like the brains of the operation? You know, you're like the figurehead of the criminal organization. Are you the getaway driver? Are you the muscle? Are you the computer hacker? I don't know. On the honest answer, I don't know. I don't know who. I'm not the unstable guy who would screw up the whole situation by doming a hostage. I'll tell you that for sure. That's not me. You got the wrong guy. I think, you know what I might be? I think I could be the guy who cases the joint. I think I could be the guy who sits in a car outside of the place that's going to be heisted and writes down information about the comings and goings of the security and the staff and oh, they leave the back door unlocked. Hey, I could be the guy. I'll be the guy who's like, yeah, I've got your information. I did what you asked. Every night the cook takes a cigarette break at 12:15 a.m. And you know what? He leaves the back door unlocked. And then I go, what are you doing? You told me I do. And I'm getting blasted because they can't leave any witnesses. But I'm not a loose end. I'm not a loose end. You'll play this, but not Silent Hill F? I'm going to be honest with you, nephew. I think it might be the most Ohio comment that's ever been written in my chat. Favorite bug to eat? I'm going to hit you with an answer you might not expect. I'm going to hit you with a none. I'm going to hit you with a none of the above. You're going to say that's not fair. And I'm going to say, okay, I've had 2 bugs. I've had crickets and mealworms, and they're both bad. I feel like bug protein is one of the favorite foods of people that have never consumed bugs. People that don't eat bugs are very quick to suggest that they would love to eat bugs. Meanwhile, they could be eating bugs and they're not eating bugs. Okay, worst bug to eat? Well, I don't know the answer, but I'll tell you, I think that crickets, ants, and mealworms are like probably close to the best bugs that you could eat, and they're still not very tasty. Shrimp are not bugs, it's seafood. You're trying to get off on a technicality instead of actually answering the question. I find it innately dishonest. It's like if I asked you what your favorite fruit is and you said tomato. Like you're trying to sidestep the question. It's an arthropod? Wrong, it's a shrimp. It's in its own taxonomical definition. Shrimps are closer to scallops than they are to insects. And scallops are basically a vegetable. Well, it really begs the question then as to why most bugs that aren't shrimps taste so much worse than shrimp. I guess maybe they don't want to be eaten. Shrimp are kind of built different in that regard. They're marinated. Yeah, it's because most stink happens on land. That's true. Fugazi or unwound? That reminded me of another bit I was going to do. I think it's okay to do it during the sponsored segment. It would be like Ian MacKaye if he was Winnie the Pooh. I can clearly say, I don't give a hoot about your honey because it means so much to you. You know, I think you have to listen to, who's that again? Is that Burial? I can't remember. Oh, brother. Bro's in too many bands. I don't get it. Well, if you haven't heard the song, I guess you wouldn't really get it. That makes sense. I don't think I'm gonna have enough money for everything, man. Any chance? Oh, I'll just make it. Chafe countermeasure? I thought your parents got rid of that when you were a kid. Okay, you got me with that one. That one's actually pretty good. Could you grow hair anywhere on your head if you wanted to? Well, wanted to is a weird way to describe that. But I actually do have hair. And you're gonna think that it's like I'm flexing. I'm not flexing. It would be better, and any bald guy who shaves his head will tell you the same thing. It would be so much better to just be totally bald and not grow any hair than to grow hair in the bald pattern. So like the hair grows here, it's just so fine and sparse because the follicles have been dead for like 2 decades that it looks like there's no hair. But there's a little hair. I'm not coping. It functionally like what you see is what you get, and you're getting nothing because you're seeing nothing. But if I let it grow out, you can already see the horseshoe. A little bit. But if I let it grow out, it would grow in the horseshoe pattern around the same speed that your hair grows right now if you're not bald. And it would grow out like this, not up here, and then down, like all the way down my neck. It would be disgusting, man. Which is why it's annoying. I wish they could just make like, I mean, I know you can get laser, but I don't really want to get laser hair removal on my freaking head. If they could just give you like a pill that you take and like all the hair fell off your body except for your eyebrows, that would be sick. Now I have to deal with this. Any bald guys in chat, get behind me, okay? We're gonna ult. I have to deal with a bunch of people who like Can't even cook food, telling me that if they had body hair, they would take care of it. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. It's 12:20 p.m. on a freaking Thursday. You're already not doing anything, and you're like, yeah, if my life was a little bit harder, I would probably do something about it. You're already doing nothing, bro. No idea when my back got hairy, it just did. So, like, I'm not trying to divide us, okay? Before you say you wouldn't have any sympathy for me for this, I had back hair in the 11th grade, man. You want to talk about how it just one day it was just there? That literally I was like a little kid. I was like a squeaker. And then like a year and a half later, I was like, I think I have to shave my back before I go to beach day at school. Like that's crazy, man. That's insane. I didn't even get a period of like of being a teenager without body hair. The voice dropped in like the 8th grade, and by 10th grade I had like full torso and chest hair. It ain't right, man. That ain't right. This is the guy we're trying to get. Ow! Ow! He's just a guy, man. He's just a guy running against the edge of the map. Bounty complete. Did that ever happen back in the Wild West for real? Is there ever a situation where you would be running from like a lawman and he would hit you with a lasso that then cinched itself around your waist and you would be going like 1,000%? That would be pretty sick. I mean, getting arrested via lasso has to be one of the most embarrassing ways to get arresed, for sure. Imagine your pants fall down as it wraps around your arms.
Whenever I do the law's job for them.
Like it squeezes your waist just tight enough for your pants to not fit, and then your jeans fall off, and you're sitting there in your Wild West tighty whities waiting for the sheriff to pull your pants back up.
This is good news.
Oh, man.
I'm sitting on a pile
Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Recognize me now.
Got your cowboy hat turned sideways, spurs real low. You should choose 2 chatters to fight to the death every stream. Not gonna lie, that would go really hard. Especially like, I've waited my whole life to say something like, if nobody volunteers, then I guess I'll have to volunteer for you. And then having like a freaky laugh, like a... I could be kind of like, I don't think I would be a big bad in a movie, but I think I could be like the first lieutenant of the big bad. If no one's gonna volunteer, then I guess I'll have to volunteer for you. And then just like a little finger wave, and the minions know what to do. The minions, like, they go out of the audience and just grab a dude by his shoulders. Yes, you, any last words? Bust that laugh out at Dad's night. They ain't ready for that. Let's be honest, they ain't ready for that one. Overwatch streamer has a channel point reward that lets someone 1v1 a VIP to take their VIP status. Okay, that's actually sick. That's drumline, bro. That's chat drumline. That is kind of awesome. They 1v1 in Overwatch? How do you 1v1 in Overwatch, though? There's 1v1 maps? But isn't it like, I guess you would, and you gotta be the same character? Because I'm gonna be Soldier 76, you don't even have to aim as that guy. My Anna's nasty. 4 freaking Anna mains? Soldier 7, maybe 6. I like that, I like that.
Can't wait to break.
Me versus Librarian, who you got? I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I've played with and against you in a lot of video games, and I feel like I would bet on Librarian. I think if the odds are evens, I think I'll be betting on Librarian in that one. Especially if it's Rumbleverse. If it's Rumbleverse, you got some serious problems. What about Headbangers? Headbangers, you might have a shot. I feel like Librarian probably listens to Sonic the Hedgehog music and Neutral Milk Hotel. Can't believe CZN's down for maintenance. They literally love me. One thing I haven't thought about until playing Asian gacha games is that actually one of the main reasons to play them is when they do maintenance, it's when you're asleep or otherwise working. It's actually kind of peak. Take it from someone, I mean, we buried the beef, okay? But the bazaar went down for maintenance 7 times a week, and it was always during my office hours. And I get that's Tiny Tomo. I get that's also like when their workers were like working, man. But like playing a horse racing gacha game made in Japan is way better because they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We're gonna do some maintenance. And I go, no, what time? And they go, oh, it's 1 to 2 a.m. your time. And I go, oh, no sweat, bro, no sweat. Take your time, honestly. Do 1 to 3 if you want. It doesn't bother me. And then you wake up and they're like, we're so sorry for the shameful server maintenance that we had to do. Here's a bunch of in-game rewards. And I go, thank you so much. You're too good to me. Meanwhile, and just to be clear, I don't know if you know this, I'm from the West, so I would probably respond this way too. But like, if your game is made in Asia and it has a problem, the developers will say, we're so sorry that our game had a problem. This is unacceptable. How can we make it up to you? Here's some in-game rewards. If your game is made by Western developers and it doesn't work, they say, well, what's the matter? Don't you have a job? Are you unemployed or something? Why are you playing our game? And just to be clear, that's probably how I would be tempted to respond to. But as a player, it feels nicer. It feels nicer when they give you some in-game rewards. Did you pull Meisho Dodo? Meisho Dodo? Summer Maruzensky? I don't know what this is. Hey guys, did anyone else pull Magna from their free pulls in CZN? Anyone pull Magna? I'm having a hard time making Magna, Mika, and Owen work on my squad right now. Anyone got some tips for me? Haru's the GOAT? I haven't completed the event yet, sadly. There's too much stuff to do in that game. I was complaining there's not enough stuff to do in Uma Musume because they left us on one scenario for 6 months. But I'm almost having the opposite problem in CZN, man. There's so much stuff going on. Hi, yes, tooltip. Try to poop every 1 to 2 days. That would be a great tooltip for life. If you went to sleep and there was like a loading screen and then try to evacuate your bowels every 1 to 2 days appeared over your head, I would be like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Oh, that's why my tummy hurt. It's every day, bro, for a beast like me anyway. You know what comment? I think if I did something like this, I would award this comment of the month. Is when I said I cured my IBS, and the way that I cured it was by holding in a poop that I thought was going to be bad and waiting until I had to poop later, and then every time I did that, it would turn solid. And then someone in chat posted, that's a real thing my brother and I talk about, is called poop theory. If you have a bad poop that's too liquidy and you just hold it in, it'll become solid over time. I think about the poop theory comment at least once a day. And it's not even always related to bathroom stuff. Sometimes I'll just be chilling and I'll be like, poop theory. Yeti, don't debase yourself by asking for glory feet, okay? I'm not gonna suggest you got something better to do with your time, but surely you got better messages to type. I'm done asking you if there isn't something better you could be doing, but isn't there something more spiritually nourishing to yourself that you could be typing? Because like, I don't know what your character is right now. Is your character guy who's got bad opinions about Bob Dylan? Is your character guy who posts demons? Is your character guy who's horny for feet? Like, I don't know what's going on. Your character's all over the place, man. I can't pin any element of it down. It's not multifaceted, it's scattershot. Don't compliment him by saying it's multifaceted when it's actually scattershot. You're gonna give him a big head. It's a chattering crisis. Well, listen, Yeti. Again, I can see the mod back channel on Discord. If it keeps going this way, there's gonna be like 3 people in the Discord that aren't banned. So you're gonna have lots of people to talk to. The mods have got it out for the Discord chatters, man. I'm surprised. I guess the only reason I'm still there is because they can't ban me. Because they definitely, and I understand if you're a banned chatter, you're like, why does it what's with the double standard? And I kind of agree, to be honest. But like, people get banned for chatting about non-Twitch related stuff in Twitch all the time. But that's where I chat about non-Twitch related stuff too. And the reason that I do it is because I don't want to go into MISC. People in MISC are like, if you ever give them a little bit of heat, they start complaining about their parents. It's like, it becomes serious. In Peloton, you can kind of push back on someone and they'll banter with you a little bit. It's good, you know? It's like, it's male bonding. In MISC, if you push back on someone, they're like, yeah, sorry, my mom dropped me on my head as a kid. And then you gotta be like, well, it's okay, I'm sorry, actually. You're blocking the item list, please? Bro, every item you get puts some stuff on your face. Just look at my face. I got Maggie's doll, I got Tiny Tomo, I got this fly following me around, I got Black Candle, just derive it, bro. Guy who gets a face tattoo every time he picks up an item IRL. Could be. It could be, yeah, I think I know him. I think his name's Pete Davidson. That you're just describing Pete Davidson, bro. Nah, I'm playing. Isn't he getting them removed? You know Pete Davidson? Yep, we go way back. I knew him when he was on Friday Night Live. I said, don't do it that way, you'll never make a dime. I gotta say, an LOL all caps from Prezzo hits, man. Getting an LOL from a partnered streamer is worth like 10 times more than getting one from an affiliated streamer, which is worth 100 times more than getting it from a chatter. One laugh from Prezzo is worth 10,000 minus twos. Always with the affiliates. What if they became a partner in like 2008? You're talking about me. How did you get partnered? Oh wow, you did it the easy way. Grinding on your stream for like several months to several years, getting some attention, cutting up your videos into clips for socials, gradually parlaying that into extra momentum, never taking any days off, fostering an inclusive and supportive community. Congrats. I did it the hard way. Some of us actually worked for it. Getting invited to a media event in 2013 and being randomly seated next to a guy who worked at Twitch, and then saying, I've been thinking about streaming a little bit lately, and he said, no problem, send me an email, we'll partner you. It's that simple. I had to do it, bro, all you had to do was send an email. I had to fly to Iceland, okay? They say it's not what you know, it's who you know, but it's not even like who you know, because I didn't really know him. We were just making conversation. And he said, sure, I'll change your life. Grateful for that. It's who you sit next to. Big ups, Paradox. Thanks for sitting me next to John at ParadoxCon 2013. And those games, you guys let some of those games die and I don't forgive you. We could still be playing the Showdown Effect right now if you guys got on the Showdown Effect. The Showdown Effect was sick. It was like a PC Super Smash Brothers, like competitive Hotline Miami type thing. I'll play it right now. I think the servers went offline like 7 years ago or something like that, but I appreciate the spirit. To be fair, I gotta remember, a lot of people watching this were born in like 2005, so you were literally like 10 when the Showdown Effect came out. No, you were literally like 8 when the Showdown Effect came out. Which means, even if you wanted to get it, there was like no chance that you could have gotten it. Because what are you gonna do? Be like, I don't know if the climate's like that. Because back in the day, I used to have, you know, when you were a kid, this is like prepaid Visa debit cards. You would have to ask your mom, you're like, Mom, the Xbox Live subscription runs out. Can I borrow your credit card to play video games? But I don't know if you could, excuse me, I wanted to go in here. I don't know if you could do that for like a random game on Steam, bro. I had to beg for Club Penguin money. That's the way it should be though, because it means that you don't waste your money on like impulse purchases or your parents' money. You have to shame yourself by standing in front of them and being like, can I have some money for a toy? And then you have to explain the toy to them. And if you can't explain it, there's no money, man. I remember, so in the Scholastic book order, sometimes they would have computer games. And they wouldn't even tell you anything about the game, right? It would just be like the box art and the price. And I remember they had Star Wars TIE Fighter in one of the Scholastic book orders, and it was like $30. And I was like, Dad, can I please, I know I'm supposed to be buying books, can I please get Star Wars TIE Fighter? And he went, 30 bucks? I don't know, you already got a lot of games. And I said, please, please. And then he went, I don't think it's a good idea. And I, like, literally, I was probably in, like, the 4th grade. I think I literally cried. I cried on the couch. Like, my life is over if I can't get Star Wars TIE Fighter from the Scholastic Book Fair in 1998. Which is crazy because he probably saved me. I would probably have one of those, like, you know the bald guys who have a ponytail? I think if I started playing Star Wars TIE Fighter back then. How does that work? Well, the hair at the back still grows. I still am stuck on bald guy with ponytail. I don't know what to tell you. If you've never seen it, you might have to look in the mirror. Bald guy with ponytail it's an archetype. And can I say that aesthetically, I'm not sure it's a great look, but I will say you're gonna take some of these character traits that I'm gonna list and you're gonna think that I'm listing them as flaws, but I'm not listing them as flaws, I'm listing them as traits. Could be flaws, could be positives. Really into open source software, really into the free and open source software movement. Probably got hired as like employee number 6 senior engineer or CTO of a startup and is now reconciling with the fact that he really thought that the slick dude who is the founder really wanted to change the world, but now that they've got that like Series A and Series B funding coming in, and it's like it's less about like how can I make our app more efficient, and it's more about like how can I generate more eyeballs on it. He's kind of suffering like a little bit of a crisis. Like that's not why he learned to program. He's in my chat telling me to use DuckDuckGo. Yeah. I used to think those were flaws, but we need those guys. We do need those guys, man. They gotta stop making like $100 million and then retiring. We need them. We need them in the workforce, man. He is the kind of guy that would reject the premise of a question. Absolutely. He's the kind of guy to say we could have both. Sales guys are the real heroes. That's bait. I do. Sales guy culture is really funny to me because I have to imagine when I like go into a store and buy something that I went into the store because I wanted to buy. But then after, I know that's like if you buy a fridge at Best Buy or something, you know that dude's going into the break room after like, hey, guess who got another live one? Bring, 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 bring. Dave got a sale, bro. Oh, how'd you close him? How'd you close him? The dude came in and said, hey, I need a fridge. I said, check it out. Our fridges are over here. He looked up 6 of them on his phone and then said, I'll take that one. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. You're the best to ever do it. Did they get the warranty? Well, no. And I'll tell you why I never buy the warranty. There's probably some situations where it makes sense, but I don't trust myself to maintain the warranty card or the information. It's kind of like one of the main reasons that I hope my house never burns down is because like I don't really know what the process is like for claiming that on insurance. Like I guess you would just call the insurance company and be like, my house burned down. And then they would be like, okay, what's your policy number? And I would be like, I don't know, it was in the house. And then they'd be like, okay, that's no problem, what's your address? And I'd be like, okay, wait a second, I just gotta go outside. Oh, wait, I don't know. I was gonna consult the number on the front of the house, but it burned down. Uber millennial that keeps his refrigerator box. Okay, can I just say, I think you've got a funny character there. That's not a millennial thing. That's a baby boomer Gen X thing. I've started throwing out the boxes to absolutely every single new product I get. My parents raised me to keep the box for everything because you never know when you might need it. And that caused trauma in me for a while that led me to never throw anything away. I've recently gotten over it. Because I think it's probably been at least a decade since I went, oh, thank God I've got that box around here somewhere. So I think at some point you just gotta choose, like, enough's enough, man. There's a tinted rock, bro. I just needed a second. I just needed a second. This is classic Isaac, though. When you lose one, you lose two. But now that we've lost one, we're running it back. Giga Boomer move. I'm gonna relish so much when you're old. It's gonna be so sick. And the thing is, like, it's gonna seem unfair to you, even though we all get what we deserve in the end. Because, like, if you're like 26 and you're like, I'm young, well, first, keep dreaming. Everybody's nephew's an uncle to someone's nephew. Secondly, in 10 years, I'm gonna be a little bit older, but when you go from 36 to 46, it's like once you're past the threshold of being old, it's not like people are like, wow, first I thought you were old, but now you're really old. Like, old is kind of like a Boolean true false. So in 10 years, you're gonna say, it's insane that I've gotten so much older, and you're pretty much just the same dude. And I'm gonna literally say, that's what you get. I'm gonna say that doesn't happen to everybody, even though it does. I'm gonna say it's cosmic punishment from the Almighty for acting like you were never gonna be old. I'm gonna say that it's because you have an evil spirit. It's because you have an impure spirit which ages the flesh prematurely. I'm gonna get in your head, I'm gonna give you a complex. And I gave myself a complex, but I tanked it. Yeah, we're all gonna die someday, so what? Big whoop. You hear it, but you don't internalize it as truth. You're like, yeah, we're all gonna die someday. But you, in your head, you're like, oh, I'm 26. I might not die for 70 years. That's not that far, bro. 70 years? That's how long it took for Blade Runner 2049 to come out after Blade Runner 1 came out. It's not that long. I'm gonna ruin your life via words. I'm gonna give you a cognito hazard that makes you live every day as if it's your last, but not in a cool, like, feel the rain on your skin sort of way, but in a melancholy way where you're looking around your shoulder at every corner, waiting for the specter of death. Then you'll know. Then you'll know the error of your ways. Only you can let it in. That might be, if I may, that might be my favorite girl boss song. I'm trying to think of what else would be in the category. A lot of Alicia Keys songs in that category I do not care for. Paper Planes, I mean, I get where you would call I don't consider that a girl boss song. Because now you're gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna try to find a way to phrase it that isn't so obviously baitable. Is it about MIA being a girl boss? Yeah, I guess if crime is like work to you. I feel like a girl boss song is not really Paper Planes. Paper Planes is just a swag song. It's a pump-up song. Unridden by Natasha Bedingfield is a girl boss song. Fight Song by Rachel Platten, that's a girl boss song. I'm trying to think of what else is in there. I feel like No Scrubs is a girl boss song, even though at no point does she say what she does for work, just that for some reason, even though she might, I mean, I guess maybe they're singing it as TLC. So maybe they're like, I can understand why they wouldn't be messing with any broke boys, because they were very famous. This Girl Is on Fire. I actually hate this song. It's one of my least favorite songs that I hear once a month. But if I may say, Fight Song by Rachel Platten I think is actually worse. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. I don't really care if nobody else believes. I still got a lot of fight left in me. What makes it a girl boss song? Well, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it that doesn't come across as rude. It's like songs you would listen to after, like, your boss didn't take your idea in a work meeting or something like that, you know? Like, my mom listened to Fight Song 24/7 after divorcing my dad. That's so fucking funny. But if I may, that's also exactly the vibe I was trying to suggest is cultivated by that song. I was going to describe it as like when you break up with your 9th grade boyfriend, but maybe it applies later in life as well. I feel for you on that one. Because you kind of like, first, the divorce element of it, which I'm sure is hard on the whole family. But then also, like, the fight song, man. And it's much worse. Like, hearing one bad song over and over and over is bad enough. But knowing your mom is listening to it because she's going through some shit makes it so much worse. I don't want my mom to be so sad that she's listening to this fuck-ass Rachel Platten song 10 times a day, man. Divorcees love Linkin Park. I said it when I was going to the gym, and I still mean it. Divorced dads have the craziest energy at the gym. The 50-year-old dads with the tight salt and pepper beards, it's always over the ear headphones, and just when they walk by, it's like the ambient sound coming out of the headphones is so loud that it actually, like, you can feel the air hit you. You're like, it's just one person's not gonna put their plates back, and this dude's either he's gonna do something violent or he's gonna break down in tears. I don't want to get on the bad side of the divorced dads at the gym, man. Frick people that don't put the plates back. It is bad. The worst part, I almost feel like it's the closest I get to seeing human beings as animals, even though we obviously are, is when someone leaves like a really impressive weight on the ground and they're not around anymore. They're literally, it's like when a cat kills a bird and leaves like the headless carcass in front of your back door. And you're like, okay, I get it, you lifted the big thing, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to, what? Whoa, guys! Who was deadlifting 535? Did you guys see this? Good, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? There's no way you deadlift that much and don't know gym etiquette? Well, I mean, you don't... Sorry, I don't want to give anybody social anxiety about going to the gym. You don't need gym etiquette. When you take something, you put it back. That's like everywhere etiquette, man. Nobody walks in and is like, is this one of the gyms where they bring the weights to your table? I hate when I don't know whether I'm supposed to bust my own plates. I mean, a lot of people are in the gym to get healthy, but a lot of people are in the gym because they have mental illness. And it's not like a legally distinct border between the camps. +2, +2, +2. I mean, let me just put it this way. The inciting incident that gets people to go to the gym is rarely something like, wow, everything's awesome. I don't know if there's anything in my life that could possibly get better. Oh wait, I know. I'll get physically healthy as well. Like mostly there's something fucked up happened, like you had a breakup or a heart attack, or like you saw yourself in a mirror when you weren't sucking in your gut or something like that and you went, what? Is it normal to look at what you see in the mirror with unmatched disdain? Well, that depends. Send a pic. No, it could be body dysmorphia. I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a non-zero chance that you're just busted beyond belief. But in all likelihood, all people are beautiful in their own way, but I haven't seen every person, so I don't feel comfortable saying that. It seems non-scientific to say that. What about unmatched horniness? You're not a human being. Human beings it's like the same way you can't tickle yourself. You can't be sexually aroused by your own appearance. There was one dude who did that. His name was Narcissus, and they killed him. So be careful out there, okay? You reroll blue map. Librarian, we're talking about world-changing stuff here, okay? Sit down and educate yourself. Are you fucking me in the brain and ass? Alright, that's pretty funny. What is the snarl? They're building like 17 malls and 175 condo buildings at the same time in a spot that used to be one mall. Which, I will say, is good. But it would be better if we had some kind of technology where you could just like drop it out of the sky and it would just like be there instead of having to take like 4 or 5 years to actually build up the complex. Like if they can't they just, holy shit. Okay, first, 2 great ideas. Chibli, are you listening? Chibli, are you here? He doesn't look like he's in chat. He's probably marked as invisible because he doesn't want to get harassed. Everybody at him right now. At him right now until I knew he was here! I knew it! Chibli! Chibli, I've got 2 awesome ideas that are going to change the world. One of them is easy to implement, one of them is hard, but I want you to do both this weekend, okay? First one, untapped market at the farmer's market. Small batch handcrafted batteries. Can you imagine the aura if you built some batteries in your like garage or your home workshop and then brought them to the farmer's market and you're like, your AA batteries, like you made your handmade AA batteries, would be so sick. And then the other one is start building things in the air, bro. floating construction platforms so that you don't have to shut down all the roads and dig up the tarmac and stuff like that and inconvenience everybody that's passing through the area. And then when the thing's done being built on the floating platform, you just lower it down to the space where it's gonna go. They're saying that one's hard. That one's gonna be tough. But the AA batteries, there's no way that I don't think you need a license to make AA batteries, bro. I think you can just, I was gonna say there's a recipe online, but that probably has like certain connotations. But like, why do Duracell and Energizer get to be the only people who can actually make batteries? Like, why can't a dude in his garage just start, as long as they're a standardized size and voltage or whatever, what's the problem? Just let me tap into my lithium supply. They use zinc and copper, okay? We're not building Rivians out here. I think we do, don't they use like zinc and copper or something? Were you the guy that cut me off at Space Chicken last weekend? I just gotten off a 10-hour shift. All I wanted was some chicken, but you had to cut me off while talking loudly on your phone. Then you had the audacity to rummage in your pockets for cash. You were $1 off and started pathetically begging for the cashier to let it slide. No, that wasn't me. I did drive by Space Chicken, though. I drove by Space Chicken en route to Galbi Korean barbecue restaurant in Burnaby, British Columbia, but I didn't stop. I didn't stop in. Holy, you're the asshole? I picked up the check, bro. What do you mean I'm the asshole? I was just going out for dinner. Can I play a greatest hit for you, by the way? We really have to do something about car horns. You got in my head, sorry. While I was in the middle of constructing the bit, I got in my own head because someone said I usually watch the edited YouTube clips. Now I'm watching on Twitch Live and it's awesome. And all I could think about was them being like, why does he pause so much? Why is there so much dead air? Why does he say the word wrong? Why does he stutter? Like, why are there 8 bad bits for every 1 bit that has a little bit of meat on it? I'm like, oh fuck, I got in my own head. I got imposter syndrome. Nah, it's chill. Thank you for saying that, first time chatter. Thank you for saying that. But can I tell you my #1 most hated car horn situation? Car stupidly makes they did something they shouldn't do. Typically tried to be the last car through on an intersection, but didn't realize that where they were going, it's full, so that now they're blocking like the intersection from traffic flowing. And now everybody that wanted to go is now honking at the person who got themselves stuck into traffic. Now, just wait with me here for a second. I'm not defending the person who made a mistake while driving. We all have to pretend it never happens, but it does happen, okay? What I'm annoyed with is we all see the situation, bro. We can all see that the car's in the intersection. We know they made a mistake. There's literally nothing they can do about the situation. Why are you stressing everybody out by laying on your horn, being like, you screwed us! You screwed us! Like now, like I'm not even in that lane because I saw that shit coming downstream like 15 minutes ago. And now I'm getting stressed out because I'm trying to sing in the car, but the honks are interrupting my fucking pitch, man. The honk, it's reserved for when a car is changing lanes, but they're also watching something on their phone so they don't realize they're about to hit you. So you go, wait, you hit them with a quick blast and they go, oh, fuck! Oh, shit! And then you give them a quick little wave to say, yeah, you almost killed me, no problem. It's not just to express your displeasure. Because a honk is not targeted. If a honk had lock on, so you could only hear a honk that was directed towards you, and the only person who could be affected by a honk is the person you're honking at, that would be a different story. But instead, it's an AOE, so everybody else around you gets startled too. Plus, I have to think, like, I mean, this is elaborate. Probably one of the most frustrating ways to die would be, I'm a passenger crossing the street, somebody plugged the intersection up, and then they ran me over because everyone's honking at them and they got nervous and just went, I gotta, oh sorry, not a passenger, a pedestrian, sorry, pedestrian. They got nervous and flustered because they were getting honked at, so they tried to squeeze they tried to squeeze 12 inches up in the intersection and pinned me to the car in front of them because they were just trying to like make people not be as upset. Same thing. I mean, number one way I don't want to die is mob mentality. Like the mob goes crazy and, you know, they like rip me limb from limb or something like that. But then the other one is I'm walking across the road and it's my lights, but a car turning right runs me over because a car 7 cars behind them is like, why are we stopped? The light's green. And then the person that's up in the front is like very suggestible and they're like, I'm getting honked at, I guess I could go. Oh, I'm dead. But that's why, little pro tip for you, don't signal which direction you're going until the light changes. I know we've been through this before and people said you should die for this, but no, I'm telling you. You want to turn right, it's a red light. Pretend like you're gonna go straight so the cars behind you don't honk at you. And then as soon as the light turns green and it's safe to go, turn on your right signal light and then be like, actually, I was turning right the whole time. It feels so good. Otherwise, if you don't turn right on a red light, people behind you go fucking apeshit. Go! The light is red! The light is red! If you're turning right and the light's red, red means go! It's kind of sick, honestly. Sick tech. Also, I have to say, more and more people are doing the 4-way flashers to say thank you for letting me into traffic. I think I started a trend. And not a single time, people said if you do that, someone's gonna get out of their car and kill you, because they're gonna think that they let you into traffic. And now you're leaving your car in the middle of the road with the 4-ways on. Which has happened. I've been a victim of that before, but it's not a single time has anyone killed me for doing this. Probably because I hit the 4-ways and then I go, skirt, and I drive at the legally posted speed limit to my destination. Letting someone in on a busy road feels so good. It makes you feel like a hero, and it feels even better to let someone into traffic when you can look in your rear view mirror and see the guy behind you fucking hulking out on his steering wheel because he had to stop for like 3 seconds. We're already like barely moving in traffic and you're just getting 1 car length behind, and then the dude behind you is going, ah! Ah! And you're just going, it's so good. But sometimes you do feel like it's too much power. Because sometimes you let someone into traffic like from the right lane, and then as soon as they get into traffic, they make no effort to merge seamlessly. So they are now, like, they get in the right lane, and then you realize, oh God, in the next half block, they have to get 4 more lanes over, and they fuck up traffic for everyone, and then you gotta be like, oh my God, my bad. My bad, guys, I didn't realize I let in someone that fucking sucks at driving. This is a disaster. I vouched for you by letting you into traffic, and now all of a sudden you're cutting off 4 lanes of traffic to get to the left turning lane? I don't trust the average person to go on red. Yeah. I actually think, like, Americans cover your ears. I think they should make it, like, federally mandated that you don't turn right on red. It will take you a little bit longer, but, like, every Vancouver dashcam video that I see where a pedestrian gets hit, it's only, like, there's 2 situations. One is a guy turning left on a yellow light hits a pedestrian that was crossing a little late because both of them are in a rush and not paying attention. The other one, which is more common, is like the light turns red, the car in the right turning lane turns and just like steamrolls a guy who had the right of way. And I know you're gonna say some shit like he's probably looking at his phone. You're allowed to look at your phone outside, bro. That's why they made them. The driver should not be looking at his phone. The driver should not be looking at his phone. Anyway, I'm gonna send you over to my wife's stream. My daughter does not have school tomorrow, ergo, I'm taking tomorrow off work. I will be back next week, and I'll see you then. Don't take it up with me, take it up with the British Columbian government. You know what I'm always saying about teachers. They don't work that much. They had a 3-month vacation, and then they had a long weekend for Thanksgiving. And then they're having another long weekend for lesson planning. Bro, just do what I did in South Korea. You open up the textbook, read chapter 1 verbatim, and then give the kids a worksheet. It's that simple, okay? You put on the CD and then you let the kids say something like, "This is a cow. This is a cow." Dude, I miss when you didn't have to raid someone on Twitch. It was so awesome, like, when my wife would have like an out of normal office hours sponsored stream, so I couldn't raid her, but I could just rip the host from somebody else to her, just to inflate the metrics on the sponsored stream. That was the ticket, man. You'd be like, "Oh, you really thought you were watching Apollo play PUBG, huh? Surprise! Surprise! Boom! Is my wife playing a JRPG? Hope you weren't too attached to that." 317 Europeans who fell asleep during the NLSS. Guess what? Guess what? You're watching something else now. Anyway, later, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Fart. You know what's happening? I kid you not. My daughter, you know, she just became 5, so she cannot control her bowel movement. She you know, when she needs to fart, she just farts, right? She doesn't know. And you know, I have a very sensitive nose, so I can smell when somebody farts. And for some reason, I think Ryuka learned that if you like fart on me, it means it's like act of love. And so now, for 12 years, Ryuka has never farted on me. I didn't even know that Ryuka farted. But it makes sense, he's an animal. But now, whenever Ryuka wants to say I love you, he farts on me. I swear to God, it smells so bad. And I don't even know how he hid it from me for 12 years. For 12 years, I did not know my cat can fart. But now he literally, when he wants to say, I love you, he farts on me, man. And I swear, I think it's because of my daughter. Because my daughter, she farts on me. He must, like, in his cat brain, he must think like, oh, humans. You know, because like I love my daughter, right? So whatever she does, Ryuka thinks it's like Kate loves whatever the daughter does, whatever, you know. And now, in his cat brain, he goes like, in human language, if you want to say I love you, you fart on them. So this morning, I was like, good morning, everybody. And I like sat down on my like living room chair, right? Just like, good morning, feeling good. And then Ryuka went like, meow! Like he does that's like his weird good morning meow. He did the meow! And then jumped onto me and then farted. And I'm like, oh, what's that smell? It smells so bad. Did you fart? And then my daughter's like, no. And it was just me, my daughter, and Ryuka. And when she farts and I ask her, you know, she tells the truth, right? And I know how her fart smells like. So I know it wasn't her fart. What the hell? It smells so bad. And it was Ryuka, and then Ryuka was doing the slow blink. And you know, like a slow blink in cat's language, it means I love you. So I think he was like, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Frank Black, if he worked at Chipotle. Got me an order. Ah-ha-ha-ho. Slicing up avos. Ah-ha-ha-ho. They want guacamole. Ah-ha-ha-ho. I don't know about you, but I am a chef at Chipotle. That works, man. Chef at Chipotle. I am a chef at Chipotle. Masturbation lost its touch. Skill difference, Billie Jean. Bite my chip and close my eyes. Chipotle takes me to paradise. I'm so damn full, I'm going blind, and I smell like chips. Oh, God. some motivation to take a lunch vacation. There's definitely something. I don't know what it is, but there's something.